kind of pitching myself here as somebody who's an experienced investor, but always, I'm definitely new to this business as well. I just want to speak about this product and just how much, it has really helped me, propel myself, get better with talking with sellers, actually be able to close a deal. My strategies right now have been primarily direct mail, cold calling, and cold texting. And I've found a lot of success with Real Estate IQ, especially being able to get in front of customers, have engaging conversations. And of course, I'm hoping to use all of that to build my own business and eventually retire off.
Excited to be here, and I want to say a big thank you to Real Estate IQ. They have the absolute top leads in the industry and just make investing effortless for all of us as real estate investors here in Texas and obviously everywhere else that they're focused. And I'm proud to be associated with Real Estate IQ. Love what you guys do and love how you all help investors so that we can focus on the thing that makes us the most money, which is the job of real estate investing.
I wanted to jump on this morning and give a shout out to Real Estate IQ. I began my journey with them a few years ago, just using some of the more basic products, the off-market leads. And since then, growing and visiting and talking with not only Steve, but other people who are involved with Real Estate IQ, I've had the opportunity to actually not only be a client, but I also became an investor with them. And that is one of the beauties of being able to be part of Real Estate IQ, is it gives you the opportunity to grow as an investor, especially in real estate.
I'm kind of pitching myself here as somebody who's an experienced investor, but always, I'm definitely new to this business as well. I just want to speak about this product and just how much, it has really helped me, propel myself, get better with talking with sellers, actually be able to close a deal. My strategies right now have been primarily direct mail, cold calling, and cold texting. And I've found a lot of success with Real Estate IQ, especially being able to get in front of customers, have engaging conversations. And of course, I'm hoping to use all of that to build my own business and eventually retire off.
Excited to be here, and I want to say a big thank you to Real Estate IQ. They have the absolute top leads in the industry and just make investing effortless for all of us as real estate investors here in Texas and obviously everywhere else that they're focused. And I'm proud to be associated with Real Estate IQ. Love what you guys do and love how you all help investors so that we can focus on the thing that makes us the most money, which is the job of real estate investing.
I wanted to jump on this morning and give a shout out to Real Estate IQ. I began my journey with them a few years ago, just using some of the more basic products, the off-market leads. And since then, growing and visiting and talking with not only Steve, but other people who are involved with Real Estate IQ, I've had the opportunity to actually not only be a client, but I also became an investor with them. And that is one of the beauties of being able to be part of Real Estate IQ, is it gives you the opportunity to grow as an investor, especially in real estate.
Good morning. Okay, let's get started. I hope our video and conferencing is working well. I got I have a couple of AI training processing going on right now concurrently. If you can't hear me well, let me know. Okay, a lot of stuff is happening. We got some very exciting AI projects that are running right now as we speak. And then there's also a lot of deals that I want to share with you today. So that's kind of our agenda is we'll look at the market updates and then some of the deals progress. And also we're consistently getting more inventory in the system now. So we can also kind of look at what's currently available as well. All right, let's get started. So real estate IQ, right? Motivate seller, source, and other tools that help you acquire and find more deals in the real estate investment space. There is a website that we now have we're updating on a weekly basis on relevant real estate investment news. One of the main thing that we stay on top of is the interest rate, right? The mortgage interest rate, which affects a lot of how we do business from a near-term and short-term standpoint. And so, in fact, that's one of the market updates that we have for you shortly. Success stories, every day. Recently, I just spoke with Brenda, who is our client for like 4 years, and she was showing me that, I think within the 4 years, she got at least 200 deals under contract, 200 to 300 under contract, and she closed. Not every deal under contract closes, but she closed like 90 some properties. So, she was doing very, very well in her wholesaling business. So, another huge testimonial that I was very happy to hear. So everything we share here is for educational purposes only, and always do your due diligence, and we don't offer advice. And if you need help closing a deal, you can send it to me, and we can look at it together, either in a live stream setting like this, or if you prefer to stay private, we can look at it at the office hours on Fridays. Okay, we have an in-person event. The location is actually determined now. It's in a comedy club with a stage. It's a really good venue, and also I really appreciated the quality of the folks there. I think there's a lot of high volume deal makers, right? That are actively doing deals here. So if you're one of them, certainly a great place to be. And if you aspire to be one of them, that's a good place to be and hang out with folks. Like, you want to, I think it's very energizing to meet people that are, doing cool things and just kind of learn from them, right? See how we can emulate. Okay, so let's now jump into our market updates. So, last week we reported that the 30-year mortgage has gone up quite a bit, above 6.5%. And as a result, it affects mortgage rate applications, right? It has dropped 8.5% in the past week. And refinance activity also has dropped, and that's a continued affordability pressure. Every a quarter point in mortgage rate increases your monthly mortgage payment, and that creates a big issue for affordability. All right, the second update is that, all this is kind of related. We have inventory is now rising. This is kind of the selling season. And buyers now have to have more negotiation power in the longer decision windows because inventory is going up, and there's a lot of choices for these buyers. And what that means is also that it's advantageous for investors as well. Now you have more negotiation power. And in Texas, it has become a very strong buyer's market. So a lot of deals are available for buyers, and now vice versa. On the other side, when you're trying to exit, if you're trying to exit as a flip, it's gonna expect it to sit on the market. Now we are looking at a 10-month inventory, which is concerning actually for a flip exit. Now that said, housing is always needed, right? We're looking at the issue here is affordability and the ability to purchase. And so one thing that we always look at is also rental as an exit. So next I have a quite a bit of deal progress that we have prepared for you. It's mainly 2 deals. But we're gonna follow. So we have a new project that's starting. That one is pretty short, and then we have a project that we're about to end, and the current thought is to put on the market as a flip. We can also keep it as a rental as well. We're gonna follow through the whole progress of this rehab project and kind of see the before and after. So I thought that's always very interesting to see how things go. Okay, so this is the what the property looks like when we first acquired it. The appraisal value for that property is 165, right? All in, it's about 100,000. Okay, the repair or rehab budget is 58,000. There's a couple of things that needs to get fixed. The foundation, the yard needed trimming and cleaned up, which is what we did first. And then we fixed up the foundation. Then we started doing the interior and exterior. And you're gonna see the progress and the transformation. Okay, so this is what it kind of at first it looked like. I think these are the photos where the yard has already been trimmed, right? We had trimmed all the trees that are overhanging that's been growing for many years. And it's already kind of cleaned up, because when I first arrived, the yard doesn't look trimmed like this. We were having a lot of overgrown grass. This is kind of the beginning of it, but it got to several feet high. So we trimmed that. Next, we fixed the foundation. And if you have been following us for a while now, we have kind of been sharing the progress of this story. So you may hear some repeats kind of in all the progress up until, kind of the new progress. So next we have to go in and fix the foundation. There was foundation issues, and then there's also broken window. The property has been abandoned for a while. So we go in there, we're fixing up the foundation. You see we're over here, we're digging into the foundation inside the house, right? Tear up the flooring, everything. Now the foundation is fixed, and now we gotta fix the interior. Okay, so the first step is we rip out all the things that need to be replaced, right? All the wood rot, everything that needs to get ripped out. We rip that out. We call it demolition. Okay, we see floors that need to get replaced. Right, you see the interior, right? You see the drywall and the exterior wall. Okay, and now you can kind of see in phase 3, we are starting to kind of replace the drywall in the interior, replacing the windows, right? Replacing all the broken windows. Okay, you can see here, this is like a broken window, and then we replace it with new windows. All right, next we are, replacing, we have, kind of clean up the old water heater, and this is a new water heater going in. Right, patching the walls, everything. And then now you're kind of seeing the interior wall being painted. In the past month or two, we were facing some delay because it has been raining. And so the moisture of the air makes it harder for the paint to dry up. So, usually you need several coats of painting, and that creates a little bit of a delay in the interior painting. You have to wait for a coat to dry up, right? It takes a little bit longer before we can put in another coating. Okay, so the interior, now the interior is kind of all fixed up. Next, we work on the exterior. If you kind of remember the photo, the before photo on the exterior, what we found is that in the exterior we have to replace a lot of the exterior panels and pieces because of the rotting. And then I think this is kind of where we are looking at now. This is the kitchen with the vinyl floor, and we got a chandelier. We're down to a punch list now to kind of finishing this up. You see the new flooring inside. This is the room. It looks like the one where we had to dig in to fix the foundation and kind of patch it up. And now we're putting the flooring in. And now is the exterior. It's all painted now. So we're gonna put more of these before and after slides together. It takes quite a bit of effort to do that. But here you can see the front of the house. A very big transformation, right? We have repainted the front here, or the entire exterior, and kind of beautified the property. And then you also see the before and after here. When we're finally kind of ready to get the house to put on the market, we'll work on the landscaping and the curb appeal, and then it will look really great. So we're almost done with this property. Okay, any comments or questions you have, feel free to ask here. When I see it, I'll address it. Okay, now this one is a house we're just getting started. We closed, I think, a month ago. Yeah, about a month ago now. And so we got under contract for 100,000, rehab 70, and the conservative after repair value is 240, so about 70% deal. The intention is to keep this as a rental. And this is, I think we might have just one or two slides of this. We have, the first thing that we had to do is to work on the roof. The roof actually had 3 layers of shingles. We don't know why that happened, but it was kind of, what happened with 3 layers of roof is that the weight becomes too much for the actual kind of structure of the roof. So we had to rip all that out and replace with a new roof. And that's the first thing that we did. We also had to kind of clear the yard, right? The trees and everything. And as you can see, this is the picture of the attic. Okay, and part of the work here is, and the rehab budget is to replace the roof and also make sure that the roof is structurally sound. Okay, so this is kind of going. It's a work in progress. You're gonna see more progress photos of this property and the transformation of it in the next few months, because the Navasota is ending, and so we're kind of just working on one project at a time. We were working on more projects concurrently, but it becomes a little bit harder to manage. So kind of one project at a time is kind of a good pace, and we're looking at other venues to kind of add more housing in this community. Okay, feature deals. All right, so we got quite a few deals that we can present here, and let's see. So here the deals want shared as case studies, right? Obviously, they're also available. We got a couple in the Dallas area, so let's look at that. This is a sub 2 in Little Elm. What's advantageous is the interest rate, and we have quite a bit of interest on this property because of the low interest rate. The principal interest is under 1,000, and we're working with the sellers right now on structuring the deal to put the second lien. So the the main thing here, I think the main attraction is the monthly payment is relatively low. You're gonna need to put a little bit of work in the interior. I would say the structurally, like everything, there's no major rehab that's needed. I would say probably even 10,000 because I already walked the property and met the sellers. There's not that much that needs to be taken care of. You just have to kind of clean it up, maybe a fresh paint, right? A lot of cosmetic repair. There is the kitchen cabinet that needs repair, but I don't think the cost is that high. So this would make a good long-term rental, sub 2 or wrap. Okay, next we have a deal in Lancaster. This is a major project. There is big foundation work that needs to get fixed. And so, there's no way we could really help the owner with a sub 2. So this would need to be a short sale type of offer and a short sale type of structure. So we're working on this continuously. Then we got a couple in Houston. This one's already under contract. This is a very good cash deal. The right buyer can turn this into a rental very quickly and get cash flow really well. Okay, this is a property in Freeport. I actually recorded a video, so actually we're gonna look at a video on this house. What looks pretty good on this deal is the mortgage rate and the monthly payment. There's gonna be a little bit of work now that I've walked the property. I would probably increase the estimated rehab. It will be a little more than 5K, but not too much either. So clean up. There is a ceiling. There was a ceiling AC leak that has been fixed, but the ceiling still needs patching and redo. But relatively easy job to kind of get it going, get it ready. So let's take a look at the video. Okay, so we're gonna look at, let's see, this is just a photo from the entrance. These are JPEGs. Okay, I'm gonna need to find the video. So we're now ready to present this one. All right, let's see. Maybe there's some format issue with Google Map when I upload it. We'll see. So maybe it'll come up, maybe it won't. Next, we have this is a short sale in Conroe. It's in work. Full share. This is already pending. This is a really cool area. A lot of development in the area. The house is a little bit under, so there's negative equity right now. However, there is the interest rate is good. Actually, the interest rate is 3.99. We have found out. But the monthly payment is looking really good. So I have a buyer who is looking into buying this to live in. And the monthly payment is fantastic. And then we're going to continue work on the loan structure. Let's take a look at this one. This one we have videos. Okay, so let's look at this one. Okay, this is just the neighborhood. Okay, so let's look at this one. I don't know if we can hear the audio. I think it might be a little bit challenging for the audio. Okay, so this is the house. I really like it because it's new. It was built like 2024, 2025. We see one bedroom in the front. That's the full bath. There are 3 bathrooms in this property. So you can see everything is just barely used, right? Like new. This is the second bedroom, also has a closet. You will see that for these 2 bedrooms, the ceiling fans were taken down. So you can either replace it with a ceiling light, but I think it might be more comfortable, if you're gonna, for those living in, I guess, if it's gonna be your own home, to put ceiling fans back on. Okay, this is the garage. It's hard to see. There's no light, no electricity. This is the utility room. Washer dryer comes with the house. And this is the third bedroom that is kind of right next to the garage. So a lot of bedrooms here, a lot of room. We were talking about, okay, you can have a pretty big family living here, or you can have the rooms for different purposes. You can have a meditation room if you want. Okay, this is the fourth bedroom. Okay, decent sized bedroom. And now we're in the living area. So you're looking at the kind of dining area. You get the open kitchen. Here, I wanted to check all the appliances are there. Kitchen pantry, fridge. And then this is the living area. And now we're looking at the last bedroom. This is the master. And now we're walking in the master bath. Everything's good. It's move-in ready. And it's very clean too. You kept it very well. A pretty good sized closet for the master. Then I think this is the backyard. Quite good sized yard. So it's really good. It's in pristine condition. And so it would be a really good home for family. And then kind of around the area, there are new development and new shopping centers that are in a very convenient location. So that's it. What do you guys think? I can see myself living there. Okay, then the next one. It's also a Freeport property. As not the last one that we were in, that was in Bullshit. And that's in Fort Bend County. This is Freeport. This is in Brazoria. This is a short sale. We're going to continue to work on that. But I took some videos, and this was kind of set up as an Airbnb. And I think we have photos. I thought I had videos too. Maybe it didn't upload. So let's see. Can we make this bigger? Okay, we can at least see the photos. So this is right by the beach. you can walk there. You probably need a golf cart to really get to the beach. Right, this is the living room area. This is also, pretty much ready. It's kept up really well. I don't think there's anything that's needed. It's got it has a water filtration system too, which is what I like about this property. The previous one has a tankless water heater, which I appreciate too, in full share. Okay, so let's focus on this one. So you gotta walk up the stairs. This is the master bedroom side. You can walk out here, and there's a deck, and you can view from the outside. This is the interior. The interior space is not big. It's about a little over 1,000 square feet, and there are 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and then you got this area on the left here that has a sofa bed. So you kind of put it out so that you can sleep at least 6 people. So it's a good vacation home, Airbnb. Just taking photos. All the houses are in studs. Oh, that's all I had. Okay, it's because most of the item is in the video that's not that I didn't get to upload here. So anyway, if you're interested, you can I'll get the video set up. We can either watch it next week, or you just need to, if you scan this QR code, you can request it. I can send it to you. Okay, next we have in the Austin area, we got sub 2. This particular property is also, from a cash flow standpoint, it's looking pretty nice. We also have construction materials that we're testing. And then I think this is kind of towards the end of our presentation. So, more deals if you're interested in the deals. We have 2 programs that we are pushing right now. Obviously, you can have access to the deals data, right? But if you are not you're not experienced in deal making, the data only gets you so far. And so we have 2 programs. One is the Deal Accelerator, where we are going to handhold you, right? It's going to be a one-on-one type of mentorship where we walk you through how to do the deals. Awesome track record. And then we have a Deal Partners program, where we have an exclusive type of marketing and leads that we bring to you. Obviously, we want a piece of the profit share on the deals as well, and we kind of really limit it based on the county. Okay, so this is for those that are kind of actively doing deals, right? You want more leads. You want to really kind of grow your operations. I don't see any questions today, so if you have a question, you can type in now. If not, we're gonna skip that. These are upcoming events. We got classes on the left, right? We just focus on about deal finding. That's the beginning point of your real estate investing, right? On the right side is a live event. We have what we just have here, the live stream. Typically, it's a little bit longer when we have content prepared. Lately, we're kind of our deal flow is becoming kind of heavy, and also we want to continue to optimize on our workflow and our deals. So we don't have much prepared today, aside from just kind of the sharing of the deal progress. If you're a speaker, or speakers that are looking to share what they know and what they learn, we can kind of give them a 20-minute slot to share their learnings. And then we have tomorrow office hours, right? So if you have actual question, I always do this. We either just spend the time to kind of co-work together in the Zoom room, or if you have particular questions, or you want to, there are certain things that you're looking for I can be a resource and connect you with the right resources. So that's how we're using the office hours. It is, nobody has questions, I'll just do work. If you have a question, let's get to know each other, and let's see how I can support you. And then we also have the open house at 11. All right, that's all we have for you today. And most important thing is taking action. If you're already taking action, you're doing great. If you're looking into how you can take action, you can start your journey with us. Maybe the office hours is a good place to start, because I can get to know where you are and kind of give you recommend the next couple of steps for you to do. I find that I can learn things all day long, but if I'm actually taking action, that's when I'm actually gaining the real life experience with how to handle the different cases. And so I want to encourage you to take action ASAP. And we're always here for you if you have any questions. That's all we have for you in our presentation today. And we'll see you next week, or maybe on Friday if you can make it. All right. See you, everybody.
I'm kind of pitching myself here as somebody who's an experienced investor, but always, I'm definitely new to this business as well. I just want to speak about this product and just how much, it has really helped me, propel myself, get better with talking with sellers, actually be able to close a deal. My strategies right now have been primarily direct mail, cold calling, and cold texting. And I've found a lot of success with Real Estate IQ, especially being able to get in front of customers, have engaging conversations. And of course, I'm hoping to use all of that to build my own business and eventually retire off.
Excited to be here, and I want to say a big thank you to Real Estate IQ. They have the absolute top leads in the industry and just make investing effortless for all of us as real estate investors here in Texas, and obviously everywhere else that they're focused. And I'm proud to be associated with Real Estate IQ. Love what you guys do and love how you all help investors so that we can focus on the thing that makes us the most money, which is the job of real estate investing.
I wanted to jump on this morning and give a shout out to Real Estate IQ. I began my journey with them a few years ago, just using some of the more basic products, the off-market leads. And since then, growing and visiting and talking with not only Steve, but other people who are involved with Real Estate IQ, I've had the opportunity to actually not only be a client, but I also became an investor with them. And that is one of the beauties of being able to be part of Real Estate IQ, is it gives you the opportunity to grow as an investor, especially in real estate.